Alright, let's be honest. The first thing you notice is the size. The paws that could double as dinner plates. The tail that can clear a whole coffee table with one happy wag. The fact that they seem to have their own gravitational pull on your sofa. Everyone knows Great Danes are huge. You know about the space they need, the cartoonish amounts of food they eat, and yes, you definitely know about the slobber. But that's just one side of the story. There's another side, a quiet, soulful, and unbelievably soft side you can only really understand when you share your life with one. In this 2025 guide, we're not just looking at their size, we're uncovering what it really means to live with the softest giant you will ever meet. We're breaking down the 7 practical realities of sharing your home, your heart, and yes, your couch, with a Great Dane. The space illusion. Let's bust the biggest myth right out of the gate. The idea that you need a sprawling mansion to own a Great Dane. It's the first thing people say. I'd love one, but I just don't have the space. And while they are, without a doubt, colossal, the belief that they need a palace is what I call the space illusion. Here's the reality. Great Danes are surprisingly low. They aren't built for marathons. They're built for world-class lounging. Sure, they get bursts of energy, the famous zoomies, but for the most part, their favorite sport is holding down a piece of furniture, preferably one you're already sitting on. They absolutely can, and do, live happily in apartments and smaller homes. The secret isn't about the amount of space, but how you use it. It's about creating wide, clear paths, so they're not constantly knocking things over. It means dedicating a spot in your main living area for a massive, orthopedic dog bed because their joints demand that support. And it's about accepting that your kitchen counters are now just conveniently located snack shelves. You learn to push everything to the back. You learn that nothing fragile exists below waist height. You don't need more square footage. You just need to be smarter with the footage you've got. The surprising gentleness, the next reality, and the one that truly earns them that gentle giant title, is their deep and often surprising gentleness. It's a funny paradox, isn't it? An animal that can look a tall person in the eye when on its hind legs, yet moves with a calm and patience that's almost unbelievable. Aggression is not a common trait in a well-bred and socialized Great Dane. The opposite is true. They're known for being incredibly tolerant and loving, especially with children, where they often act as patient, watchful guardians. You see this gentleness in the little things. It's the way they'll carefully step around a clumsy toddler, moving with a caution that seems impossible for their size. That deep, booming bark. It's usually not a frantic alarm, but a measured announcement to simple, hello, someone is here. They are thinkers, sensitive souls who respond best to calm, positive guidance, not harsh commands. They crave physical closeness and seem blissfully unaware of their own size, constantly trying to be a lapdog in a giant's body. This is where their softness really shines through. It's not just their sleek coat, it's their spirit. They are simply hardwired for affection, bonding deeply with their families. This is the truth that no size chart can ever capture. You might get one for their majestic looks, but you'll fall completely in love with their gentle heart. The hidden costs. Okay, let's talk about the giant elephant in the room that eats giant bags of food. The cost. This is one reality that just can't be coded. The price of a Great Dane puppy is just the entry ticket. The real cost of owning a Great Dane is an ongoing financial commitment that is, in a word, supersized. Everything is bigger, which means everything is more expensive. That huge bag of high-quality dog food. It's a major monthly expense, and it vanishes faster than you'd think possible. But it doesn't stop there. Vet care costs more because everything from medication to anesthesia is dosed by weight. The crate you need is the size of a small car. Their toys have to be jumbo and indestructible, which means they cost more. Their beds can easily cost as much as a human mattress. Then there are the potential medical issues. Great Danes are prone to some very specific and expensive health problems, which we'll get to in a moment. Pet insurance is a really good idea, but even the premiums will be higher for a giant breed. The lifetime cost of a Great Dane can easily run into the tens of thousands. It's a reality that requires serious financial planning. Loving a gentle giant means being ready for their giant-sized needs in every part of your life, especially your wallet. The social challenges of having a giant dog. When you have a Great Dane, you don't just have a dog. You have a walking, talking ambassador for the breed. This is a social reality that catches a lot of new owners off guard. Taking your Great Dane for a walk isn't just a walk, it's a public event. You will be stopped constantly. People will want to take pictures, and they will ask the same 3 questions. What do you feed him? How much does he weigh? And the classic, do you have a saddle for him? But along with the fascination comes a more difficult reaction, fear. Some people are just plain intimidated by their size. They'll cross the street to avoid you or pull their kids back. That's why socializing them early and often isn't just a good idea, it's non-negotiable. A well-socialized Dane learns to be calm and confident, which is critical for a dog with their power. Your training has to be on point. A 150-pound dog simply cannot jump on people, even if it's just being friendly. Behavior that might be a small quirk in a little dog becomes a huge problem. You're always managing perceptions, reassuring nervous strangers that your dog is, in fact, a sweetie. It takes patience and a real commitment to raising a canine good citizen. You learn to be an advocate for your dog and to navigate a world that might be intimidated by your best friend.
The lean. It's not just a quirk, it's a language. If you've ever spent time with a Great Dane, you've probably felt this. It starts subtly. The dog is just standing next to you, and then you feel a slow, steady pressure. Before you know it, you're bracing yourself against 150 pounds of pure, leaning affection. This is the lean, and it's a core part of Great Dane ownership. And no, it's not a dominance thing or just clumsiness. That lean is their language. It's a full body hug. It's their way of showing trust and expressing a deep need to be as close to you as dogly possible. Great Danes are profoundly people-oriented dogs. They don't just want to be in the same room. They want to be on you. They thrive on physical contact and can get anxious if left alone for too long. This is not a dog that's happy being left to its own devices. They are family members, through and through. Understanding the lean means understanding their heart, that for all their imposing size, they have an equally immense need for closeness.
Health monitoring. Now, we have to talk about the hardest part. The one that every Great Dane owner faces with eyes wide open. The tragic paradox of this incredible breed is that their giant size comes with a heartbreakingly short lifespan, averaging only about 7 to 10 years. Loving a Great Dane means preparing yourself for the reality that your time together will feel too short. This is largely due to a few serious health risks. The most infamous is gastric dilatation valvulus, or bloat, a sudden, life-threatening emergency where the stomach twists. Every single Dane owner needs to know the symptoms: retching without throwing up, a hard or swollen belly, and restlessness. You have to have a plan for immediate emergency vet care. They are also prone to heart conditions like dilated cardiomyopathy and joint problems like hip dysplasia. Because of this, being a Great Dane owner means you become a pro at health monitoring. It means regular vet checkups, maybe even cardiac screenings. It means feeding them carefully to support slow, healthy growth and keeping them lean to protect those joints. You learn to be vigilant, to notice every little change in their energy or appetite. It's a heavy responsibility, but it's the price of admission for getting to love a giant. You learn to treasure every single day. The emotional connection. After all the talk of space, cost, and health, we get to the final, most important reality. It's the answer to the big question, is it all worth it? And the answer is a powerful, unqualified yes. The emotional bond you form with a Great Dane is unlike anything else. It's as deep and profound as they are big. All the practical challenges just melt away in the quiet moments. It's the feeling of that heavy head in your lap after a long day. It's the way they look at you with those soulful, trusting eyes. It's the goofy, full-body zoomies around the yard that can make you laugh until you cry. They bond with their families with a loyalty that is fierce and absolute. They are protectors without being aggressive, playmates without being reckless, and couch cuddlers of the highest caliber. Living with a Great Dane changes you. It teaches you patience. It makes you more aware. It forces you to plan. But more than anything, it opens your heart to a love that is just immense and unconditional. They prove, day after day, that the largest bodies can hold the gentlest of souls. This is the ultimate truth of a Great Dane. You might have to make your world a bit bigger to fit them, but they'll make your world infinitely better in return. So, while figuring out how to manage their size is a practical puzzle of bigger beds and higher food bills, the real secret to living with a Great Dane is simply understanding their heart. They are so much more than their imposing stature. They are sensitive, loving, and profoundly gentle companions who leave the biggest paw prints on your soul. Do you have a Great Dane? Or are you dreaming of getting one? Share the one thing you love most, or something you wish you'd known. In the comments below, we read every single one. And for more on giant breed care, check out our next video on the best joint supplements to keep your gentle giant happy and healthy. Thanks for watching.